I've been longing to make this video for many a moon by now. At first I was just going to share my experience from playing a certain game. But a mischievous force came over me and I completely 180 the direction of this video. Here, let me read you a story. Once upon a time, there was a village who were the first to invent the fun stones. Stones capable of performing a miracle beyond human comprehension and is fun. They decided to share the fun stones with surrounding villages. Not long after, they were then referred to as the Fun Village. Everyone was having fun and game for quite a long while, but the fun time never lasts. The sausage and wiener eater found out about their doings. Not long after they got their hands on the fun stones, they found a way to use them as weapons. "This is going to be fun," they said. In no time, the once joyful village became but a silent and sorrowful wasteland. The first video game I've ever laid my eyes on was Super Mario Bros. No, the NES one. It was released way back in 1985, but it took me more than 20 years to finally get my hand on a copy. There were colors, there were sounds, there were Goombas, and there was me, sitting in front of a TV trying to make it past the underwater level. I didn't have anyone to talk to about the game at that time, except my sister. We used to take turns on who gets to play next after someone made the Italian guy meet God. She also used to steal 1 penny from my piggy bank every day, hoping to become a millionaire one day. I caught her red-handed in the first week. Fun time, I know. Anyway, we both suck at the game, but the idea of being bad at a video game hasn't cursed global lexicon at the time. We were just having fun stomping on Goomba's head. That's until we discovered Cat vs Dog. It's a dog-eat-dog world type game in which the unfortunate player gets to play as Mutt, the dog, and my sister gets to play as Fleabag, the cat, because she wouldn't play with me if I didn't let her be cat. We would sabotage each other like a kid, either verbally or physically, to get them to miss their throw before someone rage quit or complain to our parents. Most of the time both, and then we would get grounded for a day, reconcile the next, rinse and repeat. Many friendships have been ruined because of this, I believe. Not long after, we both discovered and it became our favorite game from then onwards. We would take turns after like 10 or 15 minutes to run around aimlessly and stumble across a village and build a house and scream at creepers, which, by the way, I thought were called keepers at the time. I used to wonder what they were keeping or why they were keeping it. Fun time, again. Fast forward to now. I play Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is the first ever superhero team-based PvP shooter where you can choose to play as superheroes from the hit American comics such as the Marvel Man, who can run and jump and jerk off, Monkey D. Luffy from the hit anime, Boku no Pico, and his wife, Invisible Woman, who can go invisible for 2 seconds, Tony Hawk.
I never wanted to be Iron Man.
Who doesn't want to be the Iron Man, and more. This game is nothing short of marvelous, if I do say so myself. The artworks are awesome. Voice lines are pretty funny.
If only my father had treasured me as much as these bulls.
Skins are very cool. Skins are very cool. Skins are very cool. Basically the game plays like Cookie Clicker, but with extra steps. 6 minutes? What? What? 900,000? 1 million? There are 3 gamers as of current. Quick match, competitive, and doom match. You might wonder how each might place. Click heads. Basically they'll just eliminate the enemies to win, so I don't know. Quick and doom match are for casual play or trying out stuffs. You might have seen some clips about doom match. People would be goofing around with each other all game. Now, if you're just having fun in your free time, quick and doom match are sufficient. You need not hop on competitive at all. However, if you want to have a test of your skills, make sure to hang tight on your logic and dinosaurs, because you just signed up for the best worst roller coaster of all. I have been lying to you. Despite being the first rival type game, Marvel Rivals is not the first hero shooter. There was this game called Overwatch that came beforehand. If there were 2 things I recall from that game, that would be the Toxicity and Diva Sheiks. Mostly Diva Sheiks both got amalgamated into gamers hippocampi collectively, permanently, unfortunately. This would mean that many competitive gamers would now have their personality based on Diva Sheiks and are more hazardous than 1986 Chernobyl even after the watch is over. However, it would be a raw deal to point our fingers at Washed Over for all these terrible things. On the list here, we have Legume of Legumes, Call of Duty, Advanced Poo Poo, Dot or 2, and more. These games share 2 things in common, competitive and team-based. The gameplay is just your team fighting the enemy team, yeah? But ironically, most of the time you're competing with your own team on who sucks the most and should shut up more than competing with the opposing team. And the other times when someone types inappropriate sentences in chat instead of helping me, I am on point and dying! The language used by these gamers is efficient and fast. Usually internet slang combined with words ranging from abbreviated everyday words to completely deranged vulgar jargons. And just like those games, Marvel Rivals suffers from this. Not only in competitive, but also in quick match, which is supposed to be the place for casual playing. The game itself is pretty decent, but the community, man, this makes it so difficult for me to invite anyone to play. And to make the matter worse, we have some content creators out here constantly milking the game for egoistic play and negative interaction, and then proceeds to call that content. These gamers would title their videos like "My teammate hates my penis, so I circumcised them all," or "I made this streamer eat shit and drink piss as XYZ. If you're gifted with a healthy encephalon, these titles would be registered as negative, if not repulsive connotations. Of course they are not cartoon villains, they are people just like us. But I sure love it when they go from match to match, pissing and shitting on people in the games, calling it content, like that one food critic from Ratatouille, but instead of having a strong passion for food, they're just miserable. And you know what's the worst part? The gamers get influenced by them. I want to talk more about this, but I am afraid I might get smited by some audience, so I will stop here. Just like wildfire, the only way to fight back toxicity is to not fight it at all. You can't change anyone's mind about anything, even if you talk face to face with them, let alone on the internet. At the end of the day, it's just a video game, man. You're supposed to have fun with it, not getting angry at numbers. Well, no one's stopping you from doing that, but it sure sounds so fun. Did you know the story about the fun villager invented the fun stones and got annihilated by the sausage and Wiener eater? It was written by Sun Tzu. I guess everyone has their own perception of fun. But the moment that your fun starts to stem from intentionally ruining people's day, you might want to take a step back and go out for a walk. Similarly, the moment that your fun starts getting ruined by others, instead of returning the favor, consider going out and get yourself a cup of tea. That's not because you give up, but because tea tastes infinitely better than fists.